Hello everyone, my name is Kim. So today I'm gonna reaction to the history of the most broken ability in Overwatch. So I played Overwatch when it just got released and I stopped playing in 2017. I think it's before Moira add into the game. So I have the Widowmaker Pure skin. So yeah, I think far from I was in the timestamp boss of the broken skin. I think I familiar, but like after the Moira path, I don't know for me. So let's start it.
Some abilities in Overwatch didn't just break balance, they broke the entire game. These weren't slight tuning issues or just a few numbers off. These were full-blown meta-warping abilities that dominated ranked, shaped pro play, and forced Blizzard to rebuild entire systems just to keep things playable. One ability kit was so overtuned it led to a complete restructure of the game's competitive format. And when that wasn't enough, they removed the tank and launched a fake sequel. These are the most broken hero abilities in Overwatch history. Roadhog's original hook was one of the most broken.
Oh, the hook 1.0. I think it have like probably 4.0 for hook because like it have so many I think drama and bug for the Roadhog. Okay, just let's start.
Abilities in Overwatch, period. It didn't care about cover. It didn't care about line of sight.
Yeah, I made this situation like this before. Like I'm just hide something and the Roadhog just hook me. Whatever, no reason.
It definitely didn't care about physics. If Hog hooked you, it didn't
Yeah, it's normal things.
matter where you were going, you were getting pulled to him no matter what was in the way. The hook would create its own path. You could blink, slide, or be midair, and the game would rewind your movement just to hand you over to Roadhog. There were clips of players getting hooked behind walls, not even visible on Hog's screen, and getting yanked straight through the geometry. Tracer could blink away, and if the hook landed before the animation finished, she'd get pulled all the way back like her recall just got overwritten. It was wild. The ability just didn't seem fair. It broke the rules of the game itself. Eventually, Blizzard had to rewrite the way the hook checked line of sight, pathing, and physics. But early on, Hook 1.0 was unstoppable.
The hook, like I have my friend, he's playing Overwatch, but he stopped playing because I think I understand for the player who got hook and got instant kill. I mean, Roadhog got rework, like he's no one shot for one hook. Like if you got hooked by Roadhog, it's not confirmed like you will get instant kill by Roadhog. But I think I okay with every hook. Like in this hook, it's not guaranteed that you get killed. Yeah, I mean the combo left click and melee is you guarantee to kill every DPS and every support, but it's not guaranteed to kill the tank. But I fight with every hook, whatever version. Like in version 2.0, Falcon, I can remember, it's really dog shit, not gonna lie. Like you're in the high ground, but the enemy in the below ground. If you hook, you just miss. So like it's like the most perfect hook in right now in Overwatch 2 in this today in Overwatch 2, I think is the 3.0 or 4.0. But I don't know, like it has so many versions from the hook for the Roadhog.
Forget Mercy's Mass Resurrect. This ability was iconic and completely broken. Back in the early days of Overwatch, Mercy was one of just 4 original supports released with the base game. Lucio was generally picked for speed, Zen healed, and then Symmetra, she just kind of exists.
Symmetra, she's type of the support that just buff the team, but not gonna lie, she's the most broken hero because it takes no aim, it takes no skill or whatever. She just W about one and enemy will instant death for no reason.
So Mercy became a must pick. Her Resurrect didn't just revive one person, it actually brought everyone back who died. Instantly. No cast time, no counterplay, just a full reset of your team. Players figured out the best strategy was to hide. They would let the team die, fly in with the Valk movement, press Q, and undo everything the other team did. Therefore, she created a meta where winning a fight didn't actually mean anything if the enemy Mercy lived. You could just lose it right back instantly. Blizzard eventually realized that there was no saving the ability, and they deleted Mass Res from her kit completely and then reworked her into the version that we have now. A single target res with a long cooldown and Valkyrie as her new ultimate. Next up is an ability that
the revive, I feel I don't want to count is broken. Okay, most revive is totally dog shit is because the Mercy player, they will get pay of the game for whatever no reason. You just revive your teammate, find hero, and yeah, that's it. You get pay of the game. But I think it's fair for me because if you revive your team still get wiped out. Like, okay, in first fight, your team got wiped out because one ultimate, for example, Reinhardt. But after your team get revived a 5 person, your team still get wiped out with like Jungler ultimate or Reaper ultimate because they have one time I play I can't remember the map name. I think it's King Row and I play Mercy and my team was just dead. I think get ultimate by Reinhardt that they all get stunned and enemy team just kill my teammate and I will just use my ultimate to revive 5 men. So other than that, my team still get wiped out because that enemy team have the Reaper and my team die next to each other. And the Reaper he just use his ultimate and my team die and I don't get paid the game. That Reaper he get paid the game. So I think the revive is fair for me. It depends on your team. That if your team shit, you revive them, your team still get wiped out. Like your team cannot do much thing. I'm not gonna lie. If your team suck, I think the revive is fair for me.
Turn geometry into a one-shot weapon, Hanzo's Scatter Arrow. Now, if Mercy was broken for bringing people back, Hanzo was broken for deleting people with 0 effort. Scatter Arrow was infamous. You could be playing tank, full health, walk around a corner or a choke, and just explode.
Orisa example, if you're playing Orisa and Hanzo shoots a scatter arrow into your feet and you get one shot by it, it doesn't feel real good.
Hanzo didn't even have to aim at you. He'd shoot at the floor or a nearby wall, and the arrow chunks would ricochet in every direction in one shot. This turned close quarter fights into a total dice roll, especially on maps with tight corners. Hanzo didn't need mechanics, just a decent guess and a hallway. It got so ridiculous that Blizzard scrapped the ability entirely. They replaced scatter arrows with storm arrows, which are still strong, but at least they still require you to actually aim. In the 6p
For me, scatter arrow is one just like the gamble. Fire arrow from scatter arrow will up from the ground and will hit the enemy. But for me, scatter arrow for me is just like the gamble. Like sometimes it depends on the direction. Just like I said, it's just gamble for using scatter arrow. But for me, I okay with the storm arrow or scatter arrow because, like I said, scatter arrow I think is really good for defense on the attack and defense game mode and is pretty useful in the tight space that scatter arrow will shine. But like I said, I play Hanzo a few times and scatter arrow even just like the gamble for me. Like if you know how scatter arrow work, yeah, scatter arrow is very good. I don't know, I gotta say this multiple times. It's just gamble. Sometimes the direction for scatter arrow even just go to the enemy or sometimes even just come at you. So it's just gamble for me. Well, I cannot say that much because I main tank and support. So like I play Hanzo a few times, but I know how scatter arrow work like a little bit because like I said, it's just like a gamble for me.
6 era of Overwatch, the introduction of Sigma in 2019 gave rise to one of the most oppressive metas in the game's history, the double shield meta. Sigma's barrier had 1500 HP and could be deployed at will, allowing for dynamic repositioning. Orisa's protective barrier boasted 900 HP with a 10-second cooldown. Together, they created a near impenetrable wall of
What the fuck is this? What
of
the hell?
2400 HP that could be rotated and layered to absorb continuous damage. This combination forced enemies to expend significant resources just to break through the shields, often before they could even engage the actual hero.
Fuck, oh, this shit is so fucking chaos. Not gonna lie, like you have multiple
The
shields.
meta
not gonna
slowed
lie.
down gameplay dramatically, turning matches into shield wars where poke damage reigned supreme. The dominance of double shield persisted until Blizzard implemented significant balance changes, and eventually the transition to 5v5 in Overwatch 2, which
I think I don't like 5v4 that you have only one tank because every tank they have a role. Like for Reinhardt, he is the push tank. Saya, she is the tank support. Diva is the tank flank, enemy and Winston. So I think it's not necessary to remove one tank. So I understand that to remove tons of things like the barrier, the shield, a lot of things. But for me, like every tank they have a role. Just like DPS. Like in DPS, I don't know why they put Mei into the DPS. There was time when I play Overwatch, she is the DPS support that who try to make enemy annoying like the ice wall or try to interrupt with the objective. payload control point like this. May she don't do anything that much. It may have the ultimate. Yeah, she very useful for how control the enemy, but most of the time May she cannot do anything. Like most of the pick in my meta is the Genji, but another DPS you can go anything. You can go Widowmaker, but your team got to add like are you main the Widowmaker. So most pick it will be Genji or McCree in my meta.
which reduced the number of tanks per team and aimed to speed up the pace of the game. Sojourn launched with Overwatch 2 and immediately became the strongest DPS in the game. Her primary fire built up energy, and when it maxed out, she could fire a railgun shot that did 260 damage to the head. With no fall
This
off,
shit's
hit
so
scan
broken.
accuracy, and high mobility, she could slide into position and delete any 200 HP hero instantly from basically any range.
What the fuck? 3 people died. What the fuck is this character? This shit's so fucking broken.
She completely reshaped how fights were taken. You couldn't peek, you couldn't poke, you just had to pray your Sojourn was better. It all came to a head in the 2022 Overwatch League Grand Finals. San Francisco Shock versus the Dallas Fuel. It was Proper versus Edison, two legendary players. Both teams ran Sojourn. The entire broadcast was glued to their point of views. That's how dominant she was. The outcome of fights often came down to which Sojourn hit the first rail. She wasn't just a part of the meta, she was the meta. And for players watching at home, it was clear. If you weren't playing Sojourn, you were just waiting around to get one shot. We can't talk about the history of broken abilities in Overwatch without talking about Brig. Brig didn't have
Yeah, I stopped playing Overwatch, but I still in the Overwatch community Facebook group, and most people say this shit character is the most broken.
just one broken ability. She was the broken ability. When Brig dropped in 2018, she flipped the meta instantly. She could stun enemies with Shield Bash, knock squishies away with Whip Shot, passively heal her whole team through Inspire, and she had a 600 HP shield that could survive almost all ultimates, which was more health than most of the tanks. Her repair pack healed for 150 health, and if you're already at full health, the extra healing actually turned into temporary armor, making heroes even harder to kill. Then, on top of all of that, there was also Rally, her ultimate, which granted armor over time to everybody nearby, and for years it was actually bugged. It actually reduced more damage than it was supposed to, basically giving them super armor, and nobody realized it until much later whenever Workshop ended up getting released. You could bash, attack, and whip Tracer, and it would instantly kill her. You could stun a Reinhardt out of Shatter, so that means that you could stun Reinhardt through his shield, and it didn't even matter if he was holding it, meaning that the enemy
What the fuck? This shit character is so broken. Don't wonder why most people hate this character.
Reinhardt could now get a free Shatter off every single time. And if you even tried to dive her team, you just got stunned, healed, pushed out while the rest of her team sat in a 20-meter aura of unkillability. That's what killed the dive meta. Winston, Genji, Tracer, they were all completely shut down. What came next after her release was GOATS, the 3-tank, 3-support composition, and there were no more DPS, just cooldown rotations, alt layering, and just an infinite wall of sustain. This comp was actually first used by a contenders team named GOATS, which is why the name is GOATS, and it worked so well that it took over every single level of play. Brig was the glue, and she just made GOATS work. It lasted over a year, ranked Overwatch League, everything, highest levels of play, and it got so bad that Blizzard had to step in with role queue just to get damage players back into the game.
The main reason why I stopped playing Overwatch is the Overwatch is don't like the same when it got released. But yeah, I was playing Overwatch for fun. Yeah, I mean, I understand for some people who want to play video game and make your skill the decision. Aim, reaction, I understand that, but the video game should make for fun. Like, yeah, some of things is broken. You should fix it's not broken to not broken, to not overpower. But what I feel Overwatch there was time, I feel this game just made for esport. I know that some people play video game very serious, but it have some people who play video game for fun. They don't want to focus a lot. Like, I mean, there was a time when I play Overwatch, I started feeling like this game make me want to become an esport player. But I just realized I just play this game for fun. I'm not playing this game for become an esport player or anything else. So that's why I stopped playing Overwatch, because it's way too serious for me. It's like, you just got to calculate every minute, every skill, and like, the main reason thing is it was just the same. The reason why I like Tier 2 more than Overwatch because Tier 2 you have so many options per one. Can I say hero? For example, like in Tier 2 you have Scout ability just like Genji. He can double jump. His primary is shotgun. Secondary is pistol. His melee is the bat. But in Tier 2 you have tons of weapons that you can shoot. So some weapon like the for nature, if you shoot it will knock back the enemy. So are pop her just like the force nature, but it don't push the enemy, but it shoot faster, more than force nature, and it deal high damage. And if you shoot enemy a lot, you will get more height that you can do the I think the 10 jump. So here's the deal for me for the Overwatch between Tier 2. In Overwatch, you have I don't know how much in Overwatch. Let me search. In Overwatch have 44 hero. Tier 2 have only 9 hero or 9 class. But what I feel for the Overwatch, even just the same skill. Like you play Lucio, your ability just boost speed, heal. You play Ana, you can heal from the wrong resistance. That's it. I understand that the game chain for Overwatch is the ultimate, but it is not the serious. We just like expect for the one ultimate to game chain. Should it just make for this skill like the skill gameplay for me? That's why I feel boring for the Overwatch because it's just expect for the ultimate for some time and the hero even just like the same for me. Like if you see Zarya or Saya, you know don't shoot the shield. Lucio, he is very fast. That's it. Diva, her ultimate is self destruction. So like you know the enemy hero what they pick, even just like feel the same. You know how to prepare for each hero. You know how to deal with each hero. But even just don't like the Tier 2. Tier 2, you know, okay, it's a scout. But you got to know what primary he use. Is he use scatter gun? Is he use force of nature? Is he use the popper? And what about the secondary? He use mad meal. If he throw mad meal to you, and he shoot at you, he will get health regen. Something like that. Like the TF2 have like the basic gameplay, but have a deep gameplay that you got to learn for each player, their behavior and what play style. But for the Overwatch, it was just the same. You have skill, you have ultimate. Like City was just up for the skill. Like if you have a good aim, that's it for me. I want Overwatch to do just like TF2 that. If you guys remember correctly, if you guys the own player, you guys will remember the mode you will character is the Top John. Like far from I know, the Top John in my patch Overwatch, he will make his turret to become a tier 3 turret and he will get tons of health and he can drop armor. So after the river far from I know, the modern core for he was just shooting his lava and he cannot drop the armor and he have the modern core just like the ultimate in particular that his turret will be the tier 3 turret and he will get the tons of armor. But should Overwatch change just like the TF2 that in lobby you can select what skill you want to use before you in game. So if you make gameplay way more interesting that the player got to read the behavior another player that is this player play Top John and his play attack Top John or defend Top John that can drop the armor or make sentry turret can become the 3 or his ultimate is shooting the lava. So I think it's way more interesting in Overwatch. So I have been watch the gameplay in the stadium in the game mode because the main reason that I go watch the stadium game mode because they will bring back the 6v6 game mode. I go watch like a Thai YouTuber who's the esports player back in the day. I watched the stadium gameplay and I feel it's just like the MVM. You just have upgrade and it's still the same for me. Like it's up for the meta. And yeah, the third reason why I stopped playing Overwatch is the meta. The meta in my patch when I was playing Overwatch is the 2 tank, 2 support and 2 DPS. The most pick for DPS is Genji, and another DPS is the Hiscan DPS, Widowmaker, McCree or Soldier. But the most pick in my patch is the McCree because he has stun. So the tank, it have the 3 pick. Winston, Diva, and Zarya. If you play Reinhardt, your team gonna ask you, are you main Reinhardt? If you main Reinhardt, yeah, go for it. And the support, the most pick is Anna or Mercy that is the most pick, but the most pick in my past is the Anna. So this is the reason why I stopped playing Overwatch because it's about the meta and it have tons of things like it this game made for the esport player because I'm just a normal person. If I got rank number 1, I mean yeah, it feels satisfied for me that I got number 1, but well, I just a normal person. I was just in a high school and grandmaster or the diamond rank or something like this, and I'm just not the esport player. Just that's it. So that's why I stopped playing Overwatch because this game just tried to make me to become an esport player, so I just stopped playing it.
Eventually, she got reworked, Dive returned, and Overwatch 2 ended up getting released because one hero pushed the game so far off the rails that they had to completely start over. Overwatch has had its fair share of balance issues, but these abilities
I think the main issue for the Overwatch is the issue from the hero ability because they have the main base for the Overwatch that we want to make mobile FPS. So that means in Overwatch 1 is have tons of heroes that have the CC skill like stun, slow and a lot of things. So that's why Overwatch hero is the broken because like one hero have ABCC, even just like don't have like the passive skill for me. So that's why Overwatch is broken.
they weren't just strong, they were defined eras. Whether it was Mercy undoing team wipes, Sojourn deleting you before the fight even started, or Brig forcing the entire role system into the game. These weren't just power spikes, they were meta-defining mistakes. I want you all to let me know in the comments which ability you think was the most broken.
Samba, I don't see her that much because Samba is the most useless. I can say that it is useless in my past. Like she was just like spy in TF2, but she's way more useless in spy because spy in TF2, if you can gain a 1 kill or 2 kill before you die or you can escape. But Samba, she was just like make enemy annoying, make enemy cannot use skill. Just that's it. Just like enemy got silent in mobile. But her weapon is low damage. I mean, like she's pretty useless in my past, but I don't know, like in this day in Overwatch 2, she's useful or she powerful or something else. So that's for the reaction. I think the main problem, just like I said, for me, for Overwatch, just stop to become the esport game. Just make like average video game, just like TF2 that if you want to become an esport game, you can just make a rule. Just like TF2 that 2 scout, 1 soldier, 1 demo, 1 medic, or something else like this for me. I think it will make game balance like you can ban hero in the tournament, in the esport tournament. I think it's gonna make like Overwatch is the serious game for esport, but it's still casual for most people. So that is the reason why I stopped playing Overwatch. So that's it for the video. This is all I want to say in the Overwatch. It's a good game for me, not gonna lie, for the Overwatch, but I just don't enjoy it because it's way too serious for me. Even I just watch the Overwatch 2 gameplay, still the serious game for me. So thank you guys for watching this video. If you guys want to support me, I have a PayPal account so you guys can support me. See you guys in the next video. Take care.